Hello, welcome. I received a generous package from RMS Beauty. They kindly sent me their new Hydra Bronzers, their ReDimension Hydra Bronzers. When I saw these revealed, I knew I wanted to purchase the deepest. There are 4 shades. I wanted to purchase the deepest of all 4. I wasn't sure if it was going to work on my skin tone, and I hope, just like their blushes, that eventually they do expand the shade range for their bronzers. Although RMS Beauty has sent me PR in the past, gifted me some product, all their blushes that I have, I've purchased myself, and also I have purchased their luminizer, and I have them here as well to show you eventually. But when I opened the package, I was pleasantly surprised. They sent me 2 of their Hydra bronzers, Tan Line and Bikini Beach. Bikini Beach, I believe, is the deepest shade, it's the 4th shade, and Tan Lines is the 3rd shade in the range. They also sent me their new Kakadu Beauty Oil. I've used a previous oil that they had in the past, really enjoyed it. I haven't since repurchased that one because I have other oils that I'm using. But recently, sometime last month during the Beautylish gift card event, I actually purchased this oil. I have it right here. I've used it many times. I'm enjoying it. This is the new one. I am grateful that they sent this. They also sent the Skin to Skin powder blush brush. I also already have this brush. It's currently dirty, so I'm going to open this one. I have 2 or 3 of their brushes that I purchased in the past. 2 of the 3, open it. That's what it looks like. It's a synthetic brush. It has the sleeve, so like that, and then the sleeve here, like the shaper for the bristles. But this is what it looks like. The Hydra bronzers, this is what they look like. One thing I noticed when I opened it was the lettering. RMS lettering is actually bronze. Their blushes, the RMS is actually red. So I noticed that there was a difference, and I like that they differentiated it like that, because within my beauty capsule I can easily pick up one or the other, knowing which one is which. I wasn't sure if the luminizer was the same, so I took out the luminizer, but the luminizer has the same lettering as the color or shade lettering as the blushes. These are what the bronzers look like. This one is Tan Lines, and this one is Bikini Beach. So I'll bring it closer. Tan Lines is on top and Bikini Beach is on the bottom. Just shifting it so you can see the shades and how different they look from each other. They do need to expand their shades. I don't know what the lighter shades look like, but the deeper shade, I haven't tried it on. I'm going to demo it in this video, show you, and also experience for myself if this deeper shade Bikini Beach will suit my skin tone. Just like their luminizer and their blush, it pops out like that, and then once you use it up, you can purchase the refill and pop it back in. It's the same price as their blushes, $35 compacts like this, and then $28 for the refills. I'm going to swatch Tan Lines first. Swatching it, this looks, just looking at it, it's not going to bronze my skin. It looks like it will be more of a luminizer, a bronzy luminizer on my skin tone. Swatching it, it feels the same. If you're familiar with their blushes, it feels the same as that. That's what it looks like, and I'll swatch it right here. So looking at it and from the swatch, it's exactly my skin tone with some luminosity to it. Look at the design on it. It's different from the blushes. This is Maiden's blush, but I have Hanky Panky, which is my least used blush, so it still has some of the designs on it, but that's what the blushes look like. And then this is the bronzer. And then while we're at it, I'll look at the luminizer, the design on it. Okay, the luminizer has the same design as the blushes, but the bronzers, it looks like there's just a ray. It's a ray of sunshine design around the embossing of RMS. So this one is Bikini Beach, the deepest of all four. The same silky feel. This one is deeper. And that's what it looks like. So it is deeper than tan lines, and it may show up on my skin tone, but just swatching it, my thought right now is I would love for them to expand their shade range. I will go ahead and apply it. I'll apply it with their brush, but I also brought another brush to try it out too. So this is Bikini Beach on the brush. I see a little bit of it. This makeup I've had it for 5 hours, and when I got home and got this package, I decided I wanted to do this demo video. I used a towel and just wiped off everything I can from my base, and I used a translucent powder to just balance everything back out in my oily skin. So I have no bronzer or blush on. I wiped it all off. So now this is the first application, just a light application of Bikini Beach, the deepest and the fourth shade in the line. So I picked up some more, and I'll keep building. This bronzer has a sheen to it, but I can barely detect it. I don't see a significant shine, especially with my oily skin tone and my enlarged pores. Shimmery things around here on my skin is unforgiving. So looking at it, it's a nice sheen. I have to really look closely to see the sheen, but I bet in direct sunlight there will be a nice natural glow on my skin. So far, I like how this looks. I also noticed on my skin tone, it's neutral. It's not too golden and it's not too red. I'm going to pick it up with this brush to see if I can build it up some more. See how much I can build up. Looking at it, this is in the same category with some of my bronzers, the way it looks on my skin. This is an effortless, everyday, no makeup look. I don't like that phrase, but this is a nice, everyday, effortless bronzed look and tone on my skin tone. This is beautiful. I'm going to apply it right here. Just to see if you can see the difference between both. The parameters of my face is deeper than the inner part, the center of my face. So packing it on here. This builds beautifully. Even though I packed it on, it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look obvious that I packed that much on. The Hydra blushes, especially Mai Tai on my skin, has more luminosity than this Hydra bronzer. I see the tone, I see the difference on both. So this side has nothing and this side has something. And I can see it a lot here, the difference in person. Something I already love about this bronzer, I love that it's neutral on my skin tone, the shade. I love that it's not shiny, although it does provide slight luminosity. It does not accentuate my pores. I would want a deeper shade in this formula. This is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and apply 10 lines. I'm going to use this side of the brush. Applying more. Looking at it, first, it does not bronze my skin. I do see a change around where I applied it, a veil of some color on my skin, but it's not a bronzer on my skin tone. It's more of a, I don't even want to say a luminizer. There's no like shimmery glitter to it. A veil of something is on my skin. I'm thinking this, I could use it in place of my Hourglass Radiant Light powder. I can see myself using this all over my face. This shade is golden on my skin. I see a little golden veil to my skin. And just like I did this one, for demo purposes, I'll build it up to see if this glow. I see more glow now that I built it up compared to this side. And one of the reasons I think this might be is because this shade is light for me as a bronzer, but it's a nice natural sheen veil on my skin. Because it's lighter, I'm able to see that luminosity. I think you can see it with the swatches. Although it blends into my skin, tan lines, there's a sheen, there's something there. And then you can see Bikini Beach, what it looks like. So Bikini Beach, tan lines. So this, for me, tan lines will be a nice, a healthy overall glow. And then Bikini Beach will be the shade I'll actually use as a bronzer till they release a deeper, more deep shades, and I'll purchase those and I will try them as a deeper bronzer. My initial thoughts: great formula, similar to their blushes. I'll swatch some so you can see the finish. Their blushes, in my experience, has more sheen to them on my skin tone. Although I built this side up a lot just for this video, in person, I'm impressed by how it looks. It does not look cakey, like you actually layered a lot of powder on. It looks similar to this side, but this side is lighter and this has a deeper sheen to it. It reminds me of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. I also pulled out my Victoria Beckham Beauty bronzer. This is in shade 4. The lighter side and the deeper side. This is the lighter and this is the deeper. The deeper of the two is similar to Bikini Beach, and the lighter is warmer than the tan lines. I think I'm going to swatch Bikini Beach again, but down here. So this shade is right here. Deeper shade of the two in the VV Beauty bronzer. You can see how Bikini Beach is much neutral compared to this shade. But it's there. At least what I can see in person. There's something there. This is a different day. I'm currently editing the initial video, and part of the video, the swatches didn't come out the way I wanted it. So I decided I'm going to insert this part here and attach it to this current video you're watching. So I'm going to swatch some bronzers. I'm going to compare some bronzer shades with the two RMS ReDimension Hydra Bronzers. But on this arm, I think I will swatch the two RMS bronzers, some of their blushes and their luminizer. And the purpose of the swatches that I'll put here is for you to see the finishes across your bronzer, blush, and luminizer or highlighter. Then this arm, I will swatch the two Hydra bronzers from RMS and then swatch other bronzers I have in my beauty capsule just to show you tone comparisons. Again, this is just swatch on bare skin. I will try and swatch it here and also here. The outer part of my arm is closest to my face skin tone, and the inner part of my arm is lighter. So I thought it would be best to do both so you can see the tone and the degree of pigmentation that each bronzer has depending on where I swatch it. Again, this is just bare skin finger swatch, but I think some of us know, and I know, that the way the swatches look, products perform differently when you do apply it where you actually want it. So swatches versus me applying it on my actual face with a brush versus finger swatch. There are some bronzers that I may swatch and you barely see it, but during my makeup routine applying it, I see it in reality. And also it might be the look that I'm going for. Barely there bronzer to chiseled, structured face, beat face. So I'll put on music, sit back, and enjoy. Bikini Beach, Maiden's Blush, Mai Tai, and Prosecco Fizz. The blushes have similar luminosity to the bronzers, but on my skin tone, I feel like at least the blush shade Mai Tai, has a different level of luminosity. It's much more than Maiden's Blush and the bronzers, but of course the luminizer, Prosecco Fizz, is on a whole different level, more shimmery, glowy versus the blushes and bronzers. Swatching all of these, I noticed that the RMS Hydra Bronzers are the lightest and also the most neutral of them all. The luminosity that I see in the RMS bronzers, I see more in the Cashapp bronzer. I do hope you enjoyed this video, the demo. Let me know, are you interested in the RMS Beauty new bronzers? Have you tried their luminizer, blushes? Do you like the formula? I do like the formula. I remembered when I tried their blushes and I thought to myself, it would be so amazing if they came out with bronzers in that formula, and now they have, and I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to them expanding their shade range, because when they do, I'll be purchasing a deeper shade than this Bikini Beach shade. I do love the way they look on my skin tone. I'll use them appropriately the way they suit my skin. Overall face powder, and for the bikini, the fourth shade, Bikini Beach, as a light bronzer. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know, are you going to purchase this bronzer, or are you gonna wait till they expand your range? Again, thank you to RMS Beauty for kindly gifting me these to try. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.